Yeah, well, cloud technology lets you store your data wherever it is, whatever you're doing with it, documents, pictures, music. But you can have any computing environment from any device at any location. Well, at the mp3tunes.com, for example, subscribers can upload their music libraries to servers and access the music remotely. But this development isn't making the music industry very happy. CEO Michael Robertson knows this story too well. He started a company called mp3.com back in the glory days of the dot-com bubble. Now he's got his new business. Michael joins us from San Diego. Michael, tell us how your new business works, or what basically is the concept behind it.
Well, the concept is working off the bigger picture, which is all data is moving to the internet. So everything is moving to the cloud, including your music, and that's what MP3 Tunes focuses on. We give people software that they can use, that they run on their computers, and it finds all the music files, maybe some on your work computer, some at home, some on your laptop, and pushes them to the internet. And you end up with one beautifully organized collection that's on the internet, or in the cloud, as they say, and then you can listen to it from anywhere on any device, so any PC, any smartphone, internet, radio, etc.
So how do you guys make money?
We have a freemium model. So the first 2 gigabytes is totally free. The first 10 gigabytes is totally free. And then if you want to go above that, you pay us $40 a year for about 50 gigs of storage.
Is licensing the big struggle that it would seem to be?
Well, it depends who you ask.
Yeah.
We were sued about 4 years ago by the music industry. There's really a cataclysmic battle happening right now on here. You heard Jimmy Iovine talk about it earlier, because he said the industry wants to go to a subscription service. What does that mean? They want a rental model. They don't want to sell music anymore. They want a world where every time you push play on any device, the music industry gets paid. That's the world they want. So guys like me and Amazon and Google, who recently launched competing services, we're countering that. We're opposing that by saying, hey, if it's your music, you should be able to store it anywhere you want, listen anywhere you like, without having to repay and repay and repay.
So it's an interesting battle, because I think that the context is lost there. You know, in the ancient days in the music industry, you had the same sort of cloud-like licensing. You know, you had ASCAP and BMI. The songwriters were the ones who controlled who got paid. This new model, maybe there's not as much money in it for the music industry, period.
Hey, it's really possible. I mean, you heard Jimmy Iovine talk about it. It's all piracy. That's why their business is down. That's not true, of course, right? Technology evolves. The music industry has to evolve. You're watching Jimmy Iovine evolve. He's fantastic. And the industry is going to move. And there's this new area called delivery and storage. It's not about making the music. I'm not a producer like Jimmy Iovine, but I'm a technologist, and my business is storing it and delivering it. It's a new part, and we would love to work with the music industry, but they're in the historically, they just sue every new technology, including cloud technology like we're doing at MP3 Tunes.
Yeah, you know, we have struggled telling a story about intellectual property, but it seems to me that this is a perfect example of whether or not someone owns their own stuff in music.
Absolutely. And over the last few weeks, you've seen Amazon launch a competing service to mine, and you saw Google last week launch a competing service to mine, and neither of them got licenses. Right? Now, why didn't they get licenses? Is because the music industry is totally unreasonable in what they expect and the limitations they want to put on it. And so you have technology companies that are going to go, hey,
right,
I'm going to go with an unlicensed model, meaning that people will upload their own music and just listen to that.
Michael, really appreciate you coming on the show. Michael Robertson of
My pleasure.
mp3.com.